Hello Chillicothe, I'm Brooklyn Watts.
And I'm Jason Atkins, and this is your CAVS News Show.
From the studios of Chillicothe High School, this is your CAVS News Show.
Unyota High School's baseball fields and softball fields were damaged by vandals early Friday morning. The Ross County Sheriff's Office was called to the high school just after 8 a.m. to investigate. Lieutenant Mike Preston confirmed someone had broken into the school's softball dugouts and trespassed onto the school's baseball diamond. The softball and baseball dugouts have been spray painted with the letters SEHS. They had also written on the home dugout walls and on the side of the newly built concession stand. While the writings would seemingly point to a culprit from Southeastern High School, school officials do not think that is the case. School officials also confirmed softball equipment such as bats, gloves, and ball bags have been stolen, as well as candy and a small amount of cash from the concession stands. At the baseball diamond, the front window of the concession stand was broken open. Unyota Superintendent Matt Thornsberry commended the work student-athletes and parents have put into improving the complex. He stated that they've had a tremendous amount of effort from the students and their parents in making the complex better, but they're going to move forward and hopefully, through the investigation, they can arrive at who's responsible for the vandalism. As of now, the investigation is ongoing and there are no suspects. Preston has stated that if caught, the culprit will likely face charges of at least misdemeanor theft and breaking and entering. And a little bit of school news, Chillicothe Symphonic Choirs is heading to state, so let's wish them some good luck. Now for some more interesting facts, let's go over to Ryan Kincaid with Did You Know?
Hi everyone, I'm Josh Nyheiser and this is Did You Know? This week on Did You Know, we will be talking about the lovable household animals, cats. So let's dive right into it. Did you know on average, cats spend 2/3 of every day sleeping? That means a 9-year-old cat has been awake for only 3 years of its life. Did you know, unlike dogs, cats do not have a sweet tooth? Scientists believe this is due to a mutation in a key taste receptor. Did you know when a cat chases its prey, it keeps its head level? Dogs and humans bob their heads up and down. Did you know the technical term for a cat's hairball is bezoar? Did you know a group of cats is called a clouder? Did you know female cats tend to be right-pawed, while male cats are more often left-pawed? Interestingly, while 90% of humans are right-handed, the remaining 10% of lefties also tend to be male. Did you know a cat can't climb head first down a tree because every claw on a cat's paw points the same way? To get down from a tree, a cat must back down. Did you know cats can make about 100 different sounds? Dogs can only make about 10. Did you know a cat's brain is biologically more similar to a human's brain than it is to a dog's? Both humans and cats have identical regions in their brains that are responsible for emotions. Did you know there are more than 500 million domestic cats in the world, with approximately 40 recognized breeds? Well, that's all I have for this week. Now back to my pals in the studio.
Thanks, Ryan. The annual City Run was held on April 16th and donated $6,000 to the downtown area. This money will be used to improve the 2nd Street and Paint Street area by adding beautifully potted plants, modern bike racks, and more waste bins. Starting this year, the 5K has decided to award a high school senior who participated in the race with an $1,000 scholarship. The scholarship was awarded to, surprisingly, myself. The City Run is a great organization and is held annually in the springtime, so make sure to watch for the race registration dates for your next opportunity to run. And if you're a senior, your chance to win a scholarship. Now with more in pop culture news, here's Parker Tracy with Pop Fusion.
Hi, I'm Parker Tracy, and welcome to Pop Fusion. I have learned today that allowing animals to fly aircraft isn't really the best idea. Oh boy. Well, as always, let's start off with the top 5 songs of the week according to Billboard.com. At number 5, we have Pillow Talk by Zayn Malik. At number 4, we have No by Meghan Trainor. At number 3, we have 7 Years by Lucas Graham. At number 2, we have Panda by Designer, yet again with 2 eyes. And at number 1, we have Work by Rihanna. I bet you're wondering why I would mention animals flying aircraft at the beginning there. Well, this week marks the release of Star Fox Zero, which is soon to be at least my second favorite flight game ending with zero. Star Fox Zero is an on-rails flight game featuring the Star Fox team in their fight to stop the evil Emperor Andros from taking over the Lilat system. This game features several features not seen in previous Star Fox games, like the new VTOL, or vertical takeoff landing levels, where you fly in a hovering aircraft, as well as the team's signature R-Wing fighter being able to turn into a bipedal mech, switching from aerial to ground combat with the press of a button. In movie news, a new trailer has been released for the movie Ambiance. However, this isn't just your average run-of-the-mill 30-second trailer. This trailer is 7 hours long. I'm not even making this up. But if you think that's crazy, another trailer is planned to come out in 2018. This trailer is expected to run for approximately 72 hours. That's 3 days. But hey, at least the trailers won't give away too much, because the entire movie, which is yet to have an announced release date, is expected to have a runtime of 720 hours. That's 30 days long. I can't really imagine how they would try to show that in theaters. I definitely couldn't last 30 days in the same room watching a movie. Well, that's all the time I have for Pop Fusion. Back to my buddies in the studio.
Thanks, Parker. In some world news, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake shook Ecuador's coast early on Wednesday morning, terrifying locals and impending rescuers after a bigger weekend quake battered the same area and killed nearly 500 people. The U.S. Geological Survey said that the latest quake hit 25 kilometers off Muzin on the northwest Pacific coast at a depth of 15 kilometers. That was near the epicenter of Saturday's 7.8 quake, which devastated a long swath of the coast and dealt a major blow to the oil-producing nation's already fragile economy. Witnesses said 2 strong tremors of about 30 seconds each woke people up and sent them running into the streets. So now let's go to Taylor Boggs with some sports.
Thanks, guys. I'm Taylor Boggs with this week's CAVS News Sports Update. On Wednesday, April 20th, the Cavalier sports teams took home the win as they competed at various places. The boys tennis team traveled to Grove City and dominated with a final score of 5-0. Their record now stands at 9-2 overall and 6-0 in the league. Everyone that played that night had a winning match. Varsity softball had a shutout game of 9-0 against Greenfield McLean. Olivia Ray was on fire yet again by striking out 12 batters. Tori Bettendorf was 3-5 on batting with an RBI. They are now 9-3 overall and 7-2 in the SCOL. Next up, the JV softball team had a close win over the Tigers of McLean with a final score of 13-11. The Lady Cavs outfielders were on a roll when catching pop flies, and the infield has some nice snags along with their fielding and throwing. The boys varsity baseball team had a well-earned victory at the final score of 11-5. Their leading players were Leah Woods, Jeff Webb, Gage Jones, Noah Jackson, and Connor Mathis. They are now 5-9 overall and 4-5 in the league. And finally, the JV baseball team clinched the win at McLean with a final score of 11-10. And this week's Player of the Week is CHS junior Bethany Wallingford. Bethany started playing lacrosse her sophomore year and is now a starting player on the varsity team. She is the leading scorer for the team by scoring the most points every game. Keep up the hard work, Bethany. And for more results and upcoming events, log on to the Chillicothe City School websites and click on Athletics. That's all I have for this week. I'm Tara Boggs. Now back to Brooklyn and Jason in the studio.
Prom is coming up next weekend, April 30th, so it's a good time to buy your tickets. Prom is for juniors and seniors only and their dates. Grand March is for seniors and their guests. Tickets can be bought at the box office for $20 each for the actual prom and $10 each for the after prom party in the gyms. Prom starts at 9 p.m. and lasts until midnight in the Chillicothe High School cafeteria. You can enter through the long hallway after Grand March or enter through the doors by the auditorium. After prom is from midnight until 4 a.m. and you need to enter through the back doors behind the Cox Gym. Prizes and scholarships will be awarded at the end of the night.
That's all for this week. I'm Jason Atkins.
And I'm Brooklyn Watts. Have a wonderful weekend, Chillicothe.